Your grandson, Shakur Stevenson, like you said, had a hand injury. He's supposed to fight Joe Cordina, but now he's going into a fight straight with Williams Zepeda. What's your thoughts on that fight?
Well, everybody's gonna be surprised, but I'm gonna tell you like this here. We're gonna whoop his ass. So straight up. You know, I've watched a few of his fights, you know, and I looked at him, you know, and I see a whole lot of windows and doors open in this game, you know. And I think it's gonna be the perfect time and secure the right opponent for his poison. You know, a whole lot of things that I see, you know, he punches a lot, but he makes a whole lot of mistakes when he do punch. We're looking to exploit all those things that we can take advantage of. And Shakur loves it because Shakur don't have to look for him. You know, everybody thinks Shakur don't hit hard, they don't throw down punches, but yo, I promise you this here fight, you're going to see the real Shakur. I mean, he's actually been, I can say it now, but we ain't want to know, but like 7 of his last fights, he been fighting with his hands hurt. So now we got one healed and the other one had the opportunity to heal too. He's done the surgery, so now you'll see the real Shakur.
What is consistently hurting your hands? What does that come from?
Well, you see, now, you know, I'm an old school fighter, right? Back in the day, fighters used to always turn their punches over, right? So now you see a lot of them using the Mexican style. So the knuckles are not made to go this way. Okay, you have ligaments in here. So when the knuckles, the fingers start to go that way, hitting the bag and whatnot, it causes the injury to the ligaments in the hand. So all you young fighters over there, man, go back to the old school and start turning your punches over again. You avoid a lot of those hand injuries.
Now, I guess this is giving him time to really work on his left hand.
Yeah.
So do we see a Shakur that's like really sitting down on the shots?
Oh, sitting down on the shots, you see. Okay, like, you know, a lot of people know boxing, you know, sitting down on your shots is not where all the power comes from. The power comes from your legs, people. You can sit down on your shots. It's the same thing as bringing the legs with you to the punches. So when you take the leverage, okay, a lot of people don't realize it. Speed, leverage, and friction equal power. So before them working on those things, the speed, the leverage, and the friction turn those punches over. So now he's gonna be back to his old self. You know what I mean? So you get around a lot of people, you young people like to see what things work, change things. So now he's gonna be back to his original self, and the world is gonna see who he really is.
Last question, Mr. Moses. Everybody wants to fight with Gervonta Davis. They look at that as the biggest fight in the division. If successful against Williams Zepeda and no injuries, does that make the most sense to go right into that fight?
Well, you know, it makes all the sense in the world. You know, Shakur been asking for that fight for a long time. And you know, Shakur, I'm gonna tell you, Shakur is one not to talk about. He like to prove it. You know, say if you don't know, like walking into your journey, you know, I don't like to kick nobody back in the middle, but a lot of people really earn their way here. And they fight for all the things, all the levels to get here, the level to here. And you know, a lot of time I think a lot of those guys that really put the work in from day one to day top, don't avoid anybody. If you lose in the amateurs, go back and beat the guy that you beat in the amateur. If you lose in the go back and beat the guy. If you got a tough fight today, hey, do it again. You know, Shakur is that kind of individual, you know what I mean? He won't leave nothing on the table, so damn right he want to go ahead and prove that he's the best in the world. And you know, he's been so anxious to do it ever since he gotten here. You know, he's been calling out guys. Gervonta ever since he got this, what you call it, not even Valdez, Leo Santa Cruz, all those other guys. And before they let him fight Shakur, they go move him up and let him fight somebody else. And Shakur's right there in their weight class. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he's been frustrated behind a lot of that. And I tell Shakur, man, you don't have to talk about it, just be about it, you know. I don't like that talk sitting on me. Is no on the stage now? No, I'm sorry. I saw an opponent go on stage. That's what they was calling us. But yeah, man, he's been so anxious to get these fights, man. it's always tearing him apart, man, because he never left any unfinished business in the amateur, you know. He wanted to prove that he was the best amateur fighter in the world. He did that. You know what I mean? He won 3 2-world tournaments. He won his junior Olympic gold as an amateur, you know. We don't have not one person in the U.S. to ever come close to that, you know what I'm saying? So, and he headed captain the only boxing team that ever won the team title for the USA. So, you know, he have a lot of things that's done that, you know, people may recognize and people don't recognize. So a lot of the things that he accomplished is being the #1 fighter in the world. He's the only American boxer to ever win the IBA Boxer of the Year. We had no other boxer to do that. So, you know, he gets frustrated and impatient, you know what I mean? I try to tell him, be patient, wait your turn. Your legacy is going to tell it all.